Okay, as a part of the organization, I will try to be quick and save time. But good afternoon, everyone. It's nice to see you all here yet and see that you all survived to the last night dinner. So I will try to introduce the Proyecto JANTO. It's a new project that we obtained a couple of months ago at the university. My name is David Jiménez. I'm a member of EcoAqua Institute at the University of Las Palmas. And this project will be led by the Loro Parque Fundación and the university. And the objective of the project will be to know a bit more about the species Hippocampus in the Canary Islands. So a bit of background, you all know more than me because I'm jumping in this world right now. So, and you explained it really well in all the talks that you did, that not only Signatis, all the species are suffering really hard decline in the population. We can see this with all the animals in the sea and in the ocean. So Signatis are in the same page. Most part of this declining is due to anthropogenic activities, so overfishing, habitat degradation, contamination. So we can see that this is something that is happening everywhere and every time. So in the Canary Islands, unfortunately, we don't have a different scenario. We have something similar as everything that Nuno explained or Marina explained yesterday. So we can see that we don't know too much about this species. We have this lack of knowledge. And not only population, genetics, we have a lot of deficit of information. We will need to work more with this species to get or to produce a good quality conservation, and for sure to conserve this genetic diversity that we have in the area. No? So the objective of this project is to evaluate the feasibility of or to establish a conservation and restoration program for Hippocampus and try to restore or to help to this population that we have to survive, no, in the better possible ways. To this, we will follow 5 different steps. The first one will be to characterize the genetic population that we have in the Canary Islands. As I explained it, we don't know if we have only one population in the full archipelago, if we have different population in the different islands, if we have inside the same island different population in the north, in the south. So we will need to discover and to know what happened with this. After that, we will try to follow all the existing captive breeding procedures. We have here Pedro that did it in the past with the same species in Loro Parque. We have the experience of people in Poema Aquarium. We have people at the university, Fran Otero, one of our colleagues that did it in the past. So we will try to apply all this knowledge to produce new individuals with this. After that, we will try to do a pilot reintroduction of these animals in the areas in where we know that they have necessity, this population will need, maybe as you did it in other places. We will do a post-release monitoring system to see what happened with these animals, how they grow, if they move, if they reproduce between them or not. And for sure, in the meanwhile, or during all this process, we will try to engage the citizens, the population that we have, because one of the most important things is to involve all the people that are surrounding this animal to protect them. So with this, you can see maybe a bit better the step that we want to follow. You can see why we are doing this, the different part of the project, and for sure the monitoring and the engagement that we want to do with all the process. No? What or how we want to do this in a really preliminary way. We will try to take samples of the animals in a non-lethal way, less invasive way, to collect the samples, to do different genetics analysis. At the same time, we will try to do underwater visual censuses and try to discover or to know more about this genetic map that we can see or we can have in the Canary Islands, and try to see these different management units that we can consider and with the different population that we can work. After that, we will use the facilities here in Poema Aquarium and all the expertise of our colleagues, Angel all the people that is around the room that they have with other species, and try to do it the same with the hippocampus, controlling all the different parameters and the things that we need to do, and for sure to create this protocol to replicate it not only here, that maybe in other parts of the world with this same species. No? After that, we will consider if we have the possibility to do this pilot, it's not a reintroduction, I don't want to use this word, it's more like a restoration or helping, not reinforcement, as you used it before, of the population that we have. But for this, we will need to check all the genetics, all the viability of the population. We will need to know more about the area, about the different population that we have there. And of course, if feasible or not, to distribute these new animals in the environment. After that, for sure, we will need to try or to find a way to do the monitoring of the species. We need to discover or to think yet about fluorescent elastomers, photo identification, all the different techniques that we can apply to see what will happen with this animal once we leave it free in the environment. For sure, do all this assessment and this periodically underwater surveys, and to try to have a long-term evaluation of everything that is happening with this animal that we are reintroducing. So at the same time, we will need to do all these different workshops, engage the people, divers, fishers, to involve them in all the process that we want to do and we want to create educational material, social media dissemination, and all this to try to get this citizen collaboration that is always needed for the successful of this project. So with this, we will try to increase this public awareness and for sure involve not only the people, that all the different regional, we can say, government institutions that we will need, and the animals will need in the future for sure. So we will try to achieve different impacts. No? The first one is to know more about the genetics that we have in the Canary Islands, probably standardize this reintroduction methodology to see if feasible or not, reinforce all this population that we can have, maybe one, maybe more, we don't know yet, preservation of the genetics, as you said before in one of the talks, maybe we have something special in the Canary Islands, and if we're not preserving that here, maybe it could disappear. Use the data for regional, national, and European levels to take decisions, to help with everything that could be needed, and for sure to increase the knowledge of the community that we have close to these animals. No? And in a long term, we can say this really quick right now, is establish this replicable marine restoration model, provide tools for different people in different parts of the world, contribute for sure for the new marine areas or protected areas or the Natura 2000 areas to take into account this kind of animals, not only the ones that we already have. So we have more animals that are really important in the ecosystem, and they all need to be involved in the decision of these areas. And for sure, try to support the IUCN with the new assessment or all the information that they could need in a future to develop the new strategy. So I don't want to finish, I want to say thank you first for all the people, Airam, Felipe, that provide us with the photos, and for sure to all of you for the attention. And the funders, obviously.